Remember how I said that movies do show you what is to come down the road? Well, this movie came out many, many moons ago, okay? I love this. It's like a kid movie. It's a Pixar movie. Who would think, right? A Pixar movie, but y'all know Hollywood be putting it in there. They be putting their agendas in there. So this movie, years and years and years ago, came out. It is called Bug's Life. Let me know in the comments. Have you seen that movie? I still have that movie. I have the DVD copy of that movie, and I do have a DVD player because if the grid goes down, I do have backup power, and I would like to watch a few movies to get me through some stuff. Okay, so get you a DVD player too, and keep your DVDs. And so, this movie came out. I knew it had a message, but not quite like this, and what's behind the message. So check this out and let me know, what side do you fall on? Are you the grasshopper or are you the ant?
Any Pixar or Disney. This is easily one of the most important and culturally significant scenes in any Pixar or Disney movie ever. So before I show you the video, here's a little context. Even though A Bug's Life came out in 1998, it couldn't be more relevant today. The movie is about a bunch of ants who try and save their colony by standing up to a bunch of greedy grasshoppers. The concept for it was actually created during a random lunch in 1994 between 4 Pixar employees. Side note, during that lunch, they also came up with the entire storylines for Monsters, Inc., Finding Nemo, and WALL-E, which is kind of wild. But A Bug's Life in particular is about systemic injustice and collective action. It was originally inspired by Aesop's fable The Ant and the Grasshopper, but director John Lasseter wanted to create a political twist to it. So instead, they modeled the dynamics of the bugs after both class systems and authoritarian leadership. Now, the most important scene in the movie takes place at the grasshopper's evil lair. It was originally supposed to be a rotten tree log, but the storyboard artist turned it into a sombrero instead. This was to give it a south of the border feel, like in all of those old westerns where the bad guys would always hang out. The scene takes place after Flick, an ant, tries to stand up to the grasshoppers. But the grasshoppers brush it off, suggesting that he's just one ant, so it doesn't matter. But Hopper, their leader, proves to them that ants and people are stronger in numbers. So if they all stand together, they can gain power. Now, Pixar didn't want the movie's villain to be scary just because he was physically strong. Instead, they made it because he was smart and understood power dynamics. And during test screenings, both children and adults were scared of the scene because of the tonal shift. But Pixar knew the moment was important to keep because it showed exactly what kind of manipulation the ants were up against. And also, it helped justify their uprising. The movie is a metaphor for oppression and revolution, and it couldn't be more relevant to what's going on in the world today, especially in the US. So watch the scene and figure out what side of history you actually want to be on.
There was that ant that stood up to me.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. Ooh, one ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
Puny? Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt?
Nope.
Not this.
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back.
Dirt. You're lower than dirt. You're an ant.
Let this be a lesson to all you ants. Ideas are very dangerous things. You are mindless, soil-shopping losers. Put on this earth to serve us.
You're wrong, Hopper. Ants are not meant to serve grasshoppers. I've seen these ants do great things. And year after year, they somehow manage to pick food for themselves and you. So who is the weaker species? Ants don't serve grasshoppers. It's you who need us. We're a lot stronger than you say we are. And you know it, don't you?
So I got some new glasses. Proverbs 6:6 says, "Go to the ant, O sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. Without having any chief, officer, or ruler, she prepares her bread in summer and gathers her food in harvest. How long will you lie there, O sluggard? When will you arise from your sleep?" Y'all, wake up. They know that we outnumber them. They know this, yet they still do the things that they do to us. Why? Because we don't know how to stand together. We don't know how to be that ant that goes out without someone telling them what to do. They feel we need to be told when to do this, where we can go, who we can talk to, what we can do, how much we can eat, etc., and how much money you can have. That's what they figure, because they know that we have not figured out yet. It is more of us than it is of them. So just because they have more power, they have more money, they have more access, you too have power. You may not have all the money, but you have power. God's power is within us if we seek it, if we seek Him. He is the power that will be the end all to the things that are happening right now in this world. And there are so many horrible things that are going on. He sees it all. And trust me, Judgment Day is coming. So again, what side will you be on? And who will you bow down to?